Hey guys, welcome to C4, the pre-season race in Australia. This will be the first race of the steer of the season, mostly to see how everyone will perform. So yeah, we are in a dry qualifying session. So yeah, we've got quite a few new drivers. We have a Daily Penguin, Jerry AFCA, Wheeljack, Enz, and I think Sam and PJ. And yeah, Jordan is from C3. He went down to C4. Don't know exactly for what reason, but he might perform very well because I know he's a pretty quick driver. So yeah, here we go. First drive to come out of the pits will be a Daily Penguin, so let's just follow him around. One of the new drivers, and we'll follow his lap around. Now I'm not going to spectate Alex because I've been in kind of bad luck for him apparently, so I might do so still, but yeah. Brandon was also very quick last season in C4, I think. Hayward as well. I think he was in C3, but he went down to C4 as well, I think. Cassell and Magic Poop Cannon went from C5 to C4, so they will be, I think, pretty quick compared to some drivers here. So it will be very entertaining. But here we are, the Daily Penguin starting his hot lap. Meanwhile, I am setting up the chat for the stream, so we can have a chat with all the other guys who are watching. So here we are. Yeah. Alright. And Enz is disqualified already from going the wrong way. Yeah. Where did that happen? That's an unlucky start. It seems to be at the end of sector 3, but he's been invalidated, so that's very unlucky. Maybe he reversed on track because of him spinning, maybe, but I am not sure. Lap seems to be going pretty well so far for him. A daily, we'll call him a daily. And here he is. Might get some dirty air from Hayward, but here he is, finishing his lap, setting a 1:21.9, and that's of course provisional pole. But then we have Jordan finishing his time, which is a 1:21.22.23. I think he's starting a new lap, so, but yeah, that's 24.0. Then we have PJ finishing his lap, setting a 1:23.8. Then Magic Poop Cannon setting a 1:21.9, and Kelvin setting a 1:22.2. So a daily is still in provisional pole, so great job by him. And then we have Cassell finishing his lap. Here he is. Cassell will be setting a 1:22.3, and that's P4. Then we have, I think, Liam. He's invalidated. Then Dopey Man. Nope, Sam. Also one of the new drivers. Sam will be setting a 1:22.1, and the other McLaren Dopey Man is setting a 1:22.1 as well. So they're very close to each other at the moment. P3 and P4, great job by them. Then Alex getting in P3 with a 1:22.0. Then we have the AlphaTauri of Jari setting a 1:21 flat. That's a great time, 9 tenths faster than a daily. So that's provisional pole for him. Hayward setting a 1:21.7, so that's P2. I think then we have a daily setting another time. No, he started a new one. How about Jordan? He's in the pits. maybe PJ. PJ is improving on his lap, so let's see what he can do. PJ sets a 121.8 and that's P3, so a lot of the debutants have been doing very well so far. Yeah, a lot of drivers coming in the pits, so I think Cassell, no, he's also not on a lap. Maybe Liam. Liam is on a lap, so let's follow him around. Here we have Liam in a Red Bull setting a 122.2 and that's P10. Yeah, then we have just quite a few drivers coming in the pits. I think Jerry as well. Nope, he's not on our lap. Brandon, nope. Hayward, I think Hayward is setting a time. Nope, also in the pits. Adeli, he is setting a time. So let's see what Adeli can do. And he will be setting a 121.5 and that's P2, so great lap by him. Still 5 tenths slower than Jari. So Jari is doing very well so far. Then we have Wheelcheck starting his lap, so let's follow him around for the entire lap. He hasn't set a time yet and he's on the medium, so he will be trying to start in the top 10 on the medium tires to get maybe a strategy, yeah, a different strategy than the other guys, and that might give him an advantage. With an early safety car he could stay out, so you never know. But yeah, so far the lap seems to be going pretty well, taking all the curbs pretty nicely. Very difficult part of the track. Easy to spin just like that. Yep, okay. I don't know if I jinxed it for him, but he is out of the race. Wheeljack might just, yeah, had low grip on the mediums, but yeah, he is out of the session. So that's very unfortunate. Meanwhile we have Jordan about to start his lap, so yeah. Wheeljack ends so far out of the qualifying session. Wheeljack didn't set a time, so he will be starting somewhere near the back. Now here we have Jordan starting his lap, so let's follow him around. I think he made a mistake during his first lap, and that was on the mediums, so now he's just on softs trying to set a great time. That might be a reason why the time was pretty slow, because he was on the mediums. Taking the corners pretty well so far. While Sam and Kelvin are also starting a lap, they're pretty close to each other, so they might slow each other down, but it might give Kelvin an advantage with Slipstream, who's right behind him, as you can see. But yeah, Jordan is still going strong. Let's see what he can do in sector 2. Doesn't spin out, and Chari gets out of the way very nicely, so yeah, good job by him. I don't know how much faster this lap will be, but I think it is an improvement, because he's still going strong. Very nice apex. And Wheeljack leaves the session. Don't know why. I mean, he's still supposed to qualify or race, I guess, but I don't know. And Jordan is starting a new lap. I think he did improve, setting 22.6, but it's still the slowest time of the session. Now, Magic Poop Cannon setting a 121.1, setting a time good enough for P2, as Alex is starting a lap, so let's follow him around. I'm just going to ignore his request that's not spectating him. I might give him luck on this game, so here we go. In the Ferrari number 16, I think. Yep. Ooh, that was a very nice corner by him. Doesn't invalidate. Purple sector 2 by Alex, great job by him, as I think Dopey Man says a 121.3 and that's P3. So that's a very good lap by Dopey Man. Then yeah, Alex so far very quick, taking all the corners very well. So this might be a lap good enough for pole, but yeah. Ooh, Kelvin retires and that was on track. Yeah, he lost it as well. Just like Jack lost it. But here we have Alex setting a 121.1 and that's 1/10 of Jerry's time, so that's good enough for P2. So great job by both the Ferraris. Then we have, I think, Liam about to finish his time. Ooh, going a bit wide on the curb, hitting some gravel, but he didn't invalidate by doing so, so he will be able to finish his lap. Here is Liam setting a 122.1 and that's still P9, but he did improve by a 1/10 of a second, so that will help him with the gap to the other drivers. And now I think Hayward is setting a time. No, he's heading into the pits, okay. Then I think it's PJ about to start a lap, so let's just follow PJ around. Okay, here's PJ starting his lap in Australia, Melbourne. Pretty tight circuit. It's a semi-street circuit, I think. So here he is, PJ in the Renault starting his lap. Let's follow him around. Daly about to start a lap, I think, as well on the out lap. Few drives, Cassell and Jordan as well. But yeah, raw speed during qualifying isn't the only... PJ invalidates, but yeah, raw speed isn't the only important thing during a weekend, because you can be very quick but very inconsistent. And if that's the case, people who are very consistent but a bit slower will have an advantage. So here you go, Jordan, which I know is a very consistent driver, starting his third lap of the session, I think. So here we are. Now his ERS mode is... okay, yeah, never mind. Here he is. He might have lost some time somewhere on the track in the last lap. So yeah, let's see what he can do this time. So far seems to be going very well. He took that very well too. So he will take a look soon if he is improving on his time, while I think Cassell is right behind him also on a lap, so it might be a bit close. Because Cassell is a pretty quick driver, I think. He took the win in Abu Dhabi, I think. Ooh, but Jordan with a purple sector 2 up with 6/10. Doesn't invalidate, it looked like it, but yeah, with a purple sector 2, so it's going very well for him right now. But yeah, Cassell, I think he won in C5 last season in Abu Dhabi. But here we are. Jordan in the final 2 turns of the track, looking good to set a better time on the straight. Setting a 121.5, and that's P6 for Jordan, so that's a way better lap by him, so great job. As Cassell sets a 121.8, and that's good enough for P8. So great laps by the both of them, as PJ is about to finish this lap, I think. He doesn't improve. Then I think Daly is about to finish his lap. He is for sure improving by 2/10 at the moment, so that will be maybe P3 material if he had a great exit out of here. Setting a 121.2, and that's P4 for a daily. Great job by him. Then we have Liam starting a lap, so let's follow him. As Magic Poop Cannon sets a 120.8, and that's provisional pole position for Magic Poop Cannon. The only driver to set a time in the 20s so far, so yeah, looking good after promoting from C5 to C4. He's looking very quick. But yeah, let's follow Liam around for the rest of his lap. Three-tenths up of his time right now, and that would be good enough for, I think, P7 maybe. Oh, invalidates. I think he took a bit too much curb on the entry of the fast right-hander, so yep, invalidating. Might charge up some ERS to try another time, as a few drivers are finishing their laps, I think. And as Dopeyman starts a lap, so let's follow him around. And I think Hayward in front of him is also setting a time, so we'll keep an eye on him as well. As Jordan is heading into the pit, so that was his qualifying session, I think. Yeah, he won't be able to go out to set another time. Yep, he retires, so that's his time so far in P6, looking pretty quick, I think. But okay, we're at Liam. No, we're at... who are we spectating? Hayward, I think. Yeah, Dopeyman, that was it. Dopeyman and Hayward. Let's see how they both do in this sector. Let's see if they don't spin out. Hayward doesn't, and Dopeyman doesn't as well, so... yeah, it's very important to have a good setup on this track, because if you have just a little too low of rear downforce, that will just be horrible on that sector, because you can easily lose your rear. And here is Hayward finishing his lap. Will he be improving? Looking like a 121.7, and he doesn't improve. And Jari retires, and Dopeyman doesn't improve either. Then we have Liam finishing his lap. So let's see what Liam can do. 3/10 up his time. So might win some position still. Liam setting a... no, he does. Oh, he improves by a 10, but not enough to gain a position. As Brennan is still yet to set a time actually. So this lap of him needs to be quick, or I mean valid. Yeah, it needs to be validate to even count, and it is at the moment. And Brandon sets a 122.8, so that's P13 for Brandon. I don't know what happened during session, but yeah. Yeah, I think that was the qualifying session. Nelboy says looks like another two from C5 going up. Yeah, it's Magic Poop Cannon and Cassell, I think, and they're looking pretty good right now. As well. Oh, I didn't even notice Alex takes pole position with a 120.6. So Alex is on pole and Poop Cannon is on P2. So great job by both Ferraris. Yeah, and that was qualifying. So let's just wait for everyone to enter the pits. And then we'll head on to the race. Now I'll go to the Discord to see if there are any comments from the drivers. I'm going to send someone an invite, I think. If I'm able to. I don't even know how. Oh, here we go. Let me invite a driver. I think Wheeljack left the session, so I'm just gonna send him an invite to be sure. I think this is him, so I'm sending him an invite and we'll see if he can join back. But yeah, that was qualifying. Both Ferraris had a great performance. Poop Cannon from C4, I mean C5 to C4, looking very quick. Okay, here we are. Yeah, P7 for Hayward. Also, I think the two drivers who dropped down from C3 were okay, P6 and P7. But here, let's go through the grid. In P1 we have Alex, in P2 we have Magic Poopcan, in P3 we have Jari, P4 Adele, then we have Dopey Man, Jordan, Hayward, Cassell, PJ, Sam, Liam, Kelvin, Brandon, Wheeljack, and yeah, that's it. 5 drivers missing actually, or I mean, I don't know how many drivers are on the grid, but yeah, here we are with the grid of the race. Yep, it looks like the race will be dry as well. Oh, oh yeah, I just totally forgot Alex is also from C5. So there's 2 C5 drivers on pole position. I totally forgot Calais. Yeah, Borgowski as well. They are doing very well, the both Ferraris. I'll send Wheeljack another invite because he is having some issues. So yeah, let's send him another invite while the formation lap is going on, but that's not interesting, you know. Wheeljack. Okay, here we go, another invite is being sent out to him, and here we are with the 2 Ferraris on the front row. Now we will set up everything once again. Ooh, Cassell and PJ are disqualified. I think disqualified from the formation lap, right? I think that's the case, I hope so, but there has been some contact between the drivers. But yeah, let's just wait for everyone to finish their formation lap, warming up their tires to get ready for the race in Melbourne, Australia. Go Kelvin. Yeah, he's in P12 right now. So let's see what he can do. And here we are at the end of the formation lap. All the drivers lining up. Well, just watch ends, since he's the final driver to get on the grid. I hope Wheeljack can join back, but it's not looking very positive right now. And here we are. for the Australian Grand Prix preseason race number 1. And here we go. Yeah, PJ and Cassell are back in the race, so that's good to see. Let's get ready. If we are even going to start. Here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Red light. Yeah, and away we go. Great start for Magic Poop Cannon. Already on the inside of Alex. Wheelchair getting past. That's his AI. I don't know. That's very glitched. Alex got past. No, Magic Poop Cannon not getting past him, but looking at the outside of Alex. Let's see what he can do. He doesn't make a stick as Jerry takes a look on the inside, almost spinning, making contact, but it's looking good so far. Magic Poop Cannon around the outside of Jerry, up to P2 now, and what's going on? This is very glitchy. Who is in the lead? I think it's Alex. Yep, Alex in a very nice lead. That's Magic Poop Cannon. Yeah, this is glitched. He's not supposed to be in P1. But yeah, we'll just ignore that for a bit. Alex in P1 at the moment, doing very well. Dopey Man right behind Jordan. Let's see what he can do. I think the glitchiness will fix itself in a bit, but I hope it does. Oh, and that's yellow flags, and that's Kelvin spinning off. Let's see if he has damage, and that's right wing damage for Kelvin, so he will be heading into the pits, I think. Damage on both sides actually. Now then we have Dopey Man right behind Jordan. Magic Poop Cannon might be taking a look at the outside of Jerry as Alex sets the fastest lap, 1:31.7. Yep, everything is fixed again except for the AI of this. Yeah, it's very glitchy, but ooh, Kelvin gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He will be serving that, I think. Yep, here he is getting a new front wing attached to his car. He has served it already, I think. And here he is. He has to hope for a safety car coming out, otherwise he won't have a great race, I think. As Cassell gets past Dopeman, great job by him, I think on the inside. Yeah, here you have the predicted split stop strategy, probably a 1-stop from the soft to hards, or a 2-stop which will be a soft medium strategy. So let's see what other drivers are going to do. As Hayward, it's very close over here. Let's see it from Anne's perspective. Hayward might be trying to make a move on the inside of Sam. Here he is, braking late, but he doesn't make it stick on the inside, so yeah. Hayward looking very good to make an overtake on Sam. He's very close as Jari sets a fast lap, and that's yellow flag, and I think that's Ants. Yep, Ants is off. No damage for him, luckily, I think. Yep, no damage, so that's good to see. As PJ is actually in the pit, so PJ might have gotten damage. Let's see if he gets a new front wing, but I think he will. Yep, that's a new front wing for PJ. Very unlucky. As Sam gets past Hayward, I think. Don't exactly know who is where at the moment, but Hayward gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. As Sam goes very wide. Jari also very close to Alex now. In the Alpha Tauri. Jerry now very close. Closest gap at the moment, no it isn't. Liam and Dopey Man are very close. On the inside it's Liam as Jayward retires and Dopey Man keeps position. Hayward spun it in sector 2 on the fast right hander. Dopey Man keeps the position from Liam, and I don't think there's a safety car, so we will be virtual safety car. Okay, this might help some drives in the back as Sam is heading into the pits. Is that damage for him? I don't know. Brennan's staying out. Sam is going in as well, so... Oh, I mean... Yeah, never mind. Yeah, 3-second penalty for Kelvin for track limits. New front wing for Sam, so he did have damage. This helps him out quite a lot though, the virtual safety car. And we will be going back racing soon. Okay, the AI just... This is very glitchy, but he pitted for the hard. We're just going to ignore him in the results. Now the virtual safety car will be ending soon, I think. It will be very difficult to stay in the delta for a few drives, so we might see some penalties being given out. DRS is enabled, so we're back racing. And Jerry with a very good exit compared to Alex. Here he is on the outside of Alex, the Ferrari. Still going side by side. Alex might take a look on the inside. No, Jerry gets past the Ferrari. Great job by him. So this is the move for the lead actually. So yeah, Jerry is now in the lead of the race. But we might see Alex taking a look to try to make another overtake to win his position back. He does have DRS, but it's looking like a very big gap as Jerry had a very good exit. And Jerry keeps the position, so that's a great job by him. Liam also very close to Dopey Man, but also not close enough to try to move. Then we have a daily right by Magic Poop Cannon, but yeah, at the moment I think it's just a battle for the lead that we have to spectate. It's Alex and Jerry. Yeah, Codemasters for the win indeed, as Liam gets past Dopey Man around the outside. Great job by him. Yeah, there's very close gaps. Jerry gets a 3-second time penalty and he's in the lead, so that will be very unfortunate unless Alex gets a penalty as well and just the drives behind him. As there's yellow flags and the AI retired. Okay, that's interesting. The AI just retired. I don't know how. I think he crashed out on himself actually. And Ens retires as well. Oh, that's very unfortunate. I didn't even pay any attention to Ens, but he is out of the race. In the middle of the track. Is there a safety car? He is in the middle of the track, so in my opinion it should be a safety car. But it isn't at the moment, so I think there won't be a safety car coming out. Jerry's still in the lead. The two Ferraris chasing the AlphaTauri, but the AlphaTauri is making some pretty good gap at the moment. Who was Magic Poop Cannons takes a look around the outside of Alex. Can he try it maybe with the switchback, but it's a very difficult to place the overtake as the AI finally drops down in the standings, so we will see just the regular standings of the race now. 3-second time penalty for a daily as he had multiple warnings for probably track limits. Here we have Magic Poop Cannon maybe on the inside. No. It's very close between the two, so let's hope they don't maybe outbrake themselves and have contact. It's looking good so far, as Jerry is still very close to the Ferrari, so it's not a loss for the Ferrari yet. Jerry might have gotten a chance to make a big gap, but yeah, DRS for Alex and Magic Poop Cannon will help them out as Jerry hits the grass. So they are right behind him once again. Now on the straight we will probably see an overtaking attempt from Alex. Here we are. And no overtakes for him. Jordan at the moment having a very lonely race, as well as a few drives in the back. Cassell getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Now this is a very close. Magic Poop Cannon clips the curb so he doesn't get past. Well, yeah, obviously a very difficult to place the overtake. As Sam spins, I think, entering the pits, he's backwards. And he might get disqualified for blocking the pit lane, so he will have to hurry. He wasn't in the pit entry, but I don't think he was trying to get into pits, but here he is. I think he will just pit for a new front wing and new hard tires. So yeah, that's Sam in the pits. Still the same positions as a few laps ago. Liam now also very close to Cassell. Kelvin getting a 3-second time penalty for having multiple warnings. Now we have Sam leaving the pits, might get lapped by the leaders actually. It will be very close. As we have Jordan entering the pits, and I think he will be pitting for the hard tires unless he has damage for some reason. Let's spectate him. Jordan in the pits. And that's yellow flags, and that's Alex spinning. Resetting the track, that's also not allowed. Don't think Jordan got a new front wing. He is, yeah, just pitted for the hard tires. But Alex spun, I think, not because of contact, but maybe traction, I don't know. But Alex spun left wing damage for him as well, so he'll be pitting. At least at a good timing to pit for the hard tires. But very unfortunate incident for him. I hope he doesn't blame me. So yeah. Liam and Cassell also very close to each other as Kelvin I think spins. Yep, Kelvin spinning, no damage for him luckily. Kelvin with another 3-second time penalty as well. Crashing into the wall again I think. But yeah, now Adeli on the podium, so he's doing very well so far, as well as Jerry. Two of the new drivers in the league on the podium. And that's Kelvin once again. I think he has very warm tires. We might see a move from Liam. Let's see what he will do on the inside of Cassell I think. Side by side still on the entry. And ooh, there's some contact. Cassell a bit too pushy I think, but Liam gets the move done, so it's a pretty clean move from Liam I think. Moving up to P4, great job by him as Alex enters the pits to get a new front wing. Let's see if Jordan gets past him. I think he will, so yeah. Kelvin still over there struggling. Yeah, Jordan moving up to P8, getting past Alex in the pits. He has indeed been gagseed, but just his own fault. I don't know. Now there's a pretty quick gap between Poop Cannon and Jerry, so I think Jerry will be able to get a very good gap because Magic Poop Cannon is of course out of the DRS zone of Jerry now. So Adeli will be very close to try the move for the overtake to get P2 maybe. But not close enough so far. Cassell and Liam are still very close. As Jerry and Magic Poop Cannon are pitting. So let's see the pit stops and Cassell as well by the way. Dopeyman too. So yeah, this is the pit window. PJ getting a penalty actually. Jerry fitting the... Ooh, he has to wait to let the racing point pass. He lost a lot of time. Let's see who is ahead. Magic Poop Cannon takes the lead of Jerry because Jerry had to wait in the pits for the racing point. So that's the lead for the Ferrari. The pit window is indeed open, lap 10 to 12. People will be pitting for the mediums, but I think people will just pit for the hards till the end. Ooh, Jordan making some contacts with Jerry. Let's hope there's no damage for Jordan because that would be very unlucky. Yep, no damage, that's good to see. Now it's, yeah, I think in the effective P1 it's Poop Cannon. So it's looking very good as Kelvin enters the pits for a fresh set of mediums. Sam getting a 3-second time penalty for exceeding the warning limits. And Jordan also getting a penalty for multiple warnings. Here we have Liam on the inside of Adeli. Actually Adeli slowing down to just, I think, let him past. I don't know if there's issues with the car, but yeah, Liam just gets past a daily to take P1. And is Liam on the fresh tires? Did Liam just pit for... No, that shouldn't be the case, right? How would he be in P1 then? No, that's glitch, okay. As a daily in the pits from the softs, probably pitting for the mediums. Also getting a new front wing actually, so he had some damage. And yeah, a daily pitting for the medium tires. Leading the pits in probably P7 or P8. Yeah, P7. Jordan now in P5. Here we have Cassell on the inside of Jordan. And he doesn't make it sick. He does on the inside of Jordan. Getting the move done. Great job by Cassell. Yeah, so Cassell's up to P5 and Jordan drops down to P6. And I think Liam still has to pit, but he is making a pretty good gap, I think. I don't know what effective position he was in, but he's at the moment in P1, of course. It's always nice leading a few laps. Poopcannon now making a bit of a gap to Jari as Jordan, I think. Yep, Jordan is into the wall. I don't know if there was contact, but here he is, Jordan with damage. Let's hope it wasn't an incident with a driver, he might have just spun. But Jordan will need to get a new front wing. It's very unfortunate. I think he will just pit for a new set of hearts. And will hope for a safety car. Yeah, that's very unlucky. As Liam is finally in the pits. And PJ gets a 3-second time penalty for having multiple warnings. So yeah, here we have Liam entering the pit lane. Leaving the pit lane actually already. In P4 I think, maybe P5. Liam is in P4, so I think it was a good idea of him to stay out. So Liam now, I think on the fresh mediums it says 12 laps, but I think it's a bit glitched. So yeah, Jordan in the pits. Might see PJ trying a move on the inside of Alex, no. Yeah, here's Jordan pitting for a new front wing, pitting for the mediums actually. So we'll be going maybe till the end on these tires, I'm not completely sure, but here's Jordan on the fresh mediums and a new front wing. Here we have Adeli and Dopeyman battling for P6 as Adeli almost loses on the curb. But he keeps on track and Magic Poopcannon gets a 3-second time penalty for having multiple warnings. Ooh, and Kelvin retires. And it was on track. And he didn't retire by crashing, it was just by selecting retire, and that's not allowed, so we might have to get that through. But yeah, he was very far behind, but he could have maybe just waited for maybe a safety car. Hope it doesn't cause us a safety car, it doesn't. Now we have a daily right behind Dopeyman. Let's see if you can take a move on the outside maybe. Still having a lot of momentum. A bit of dirty air, but he's very close, so he might try to move. Here's a daily in the Williams on the inside of Dopeyman. Bit of contact. Let's hope there's no damage for... Nope, no damage. And a daily around the outside, getting P6. Great move by him. I had some issues with picking the right drivers as PJ is now in a battle with Alex for P8. But meanwhile, Jerry and Poopcannon are very close now. And I don't know, I think Brandon started on the hard, so he will need to pit still. Sam getting a 3-second time penalty with multiple warnings. Jerry had a very big moment there, almost losing it, but might make a move on the inside of Poopcannon. Here he is, side by side. Very good racing by them, still by side by side. Jerry on the inside getting the move done. So yeah, he's back in P1, effective P1. And Liam is now also very close, so Liam is in the battle for the podium actually. So let's see what he can do. Of course, he's on the fresher mediums. while the guys in front are on the hards. And now he's matching Poopcan on the outside of Jerry, keeping it clean luckily. And here we have Poopcan on the outside, breaking a bit early compared to Jerry. And he remains in P2. Liam also not close enough to try to move on Poopcan. Now we have Dopey and Abdaly also very close, as well as PJ and Alex. So we'll take a look at Poopcan and Jerry, since they're very close still. Might even try to move over here, but he doesn't. And Dirty Air will play a big role in this sector, so let's hope he keeps it on track. Jerry with a very good exit, so he remains in the lead. Liam losing a bit of time to them actually. But here we have Poopcan. It's all very close. Liam now out of the DRS of the two leaders. Liam closing up to match Poopcan. So he had a good exit, I think. No, he's losing time on the exit, but he did close up for a bit. But yeah, Jerry takes the lead, making a bit of a gap to Poopcan now. Everything has closed, or has, yeah, turned in the gap now, so the only battle going on right now is Liam and Poopcan and Jerry. Now I think PJ still needs a bit, of course, maybe even around this lap for fresh mediums. Dopeyman getting a 3-second time penalty for having multiple warnings. Liam now very close to Poopcan, and Poopcan is very far behind Jerry now, so Jerry made a very good gap, and Liam is now right behind Poopcan. And he does have DRS. As Cassell is also closing up to the two. Yeah, not close enough to try the overtake, but it's very close between the two. Jerry now 1.5 seconds ahead of Poopcan, and as PJ did pit indeed, and he speeds in the pit lane, so he's getting a 5-second penalty under his name, probably serving it right now. He doesn't, okay, but he is pitting for the mediums. Going till the end on these tires, of course. Yeah, Casena also in the DRS of Liam. Brennan getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And I think Brennan still needs a pit. I don't know how old his tires are, but yeah. Liam just doesn't have the straight line speed at the moment. I don't think he's using ERS to try the overtake, so yeah, he's very low in ERS as well. And Poopcan also pretty low on it, and Cassell has plenty, so Cassell might have a big advantage. He is on the hards while the others are on the mediums, so Poopcan is as well. And Brennan is now in the pits. Let's see where he leaves the pits. He might have had a pretty good advantage staying out on the hards. I think he leaves the pits in P8. Yep, Brennan now leaving the pits in P8. While he started in P13, so he gained 5 positions. So he's doing pretty well so far. As Liam goes wide, let's see if Cassell can try to move. He doesn't, but Poopcan is now also with a big grab from Liam, as Cassell almost went around the outside of Liam. Sam getting a 3-second time penalty. Adelian also riding behind Cassell, so it's all very close. It's a, I think, 5-way battle for the lead. Well, for P2, Jerry is now pretty far ahead of Poop Cannon. Now let's see, Cassell with a Daly with a lot of speed on the inside of Cassell. Can he make it stick? He does make it stick, forcing Cassell on the grass, but I don't think it was a Daly's fault racing incident in my opinion. So a Daly moves up to P4, great overtake by him. Now in the effective P4 as well, yeah, that's effective P4 as Sam has a little bit of a mow. Let's see if there's damage for him. No damage for him, luckily. He's closing up to Jordan, I think. Now Liam pretty far behind Poop Cannon. So Poop Cannon is making a very good gap to remain in P2. And Cassell also lost a bit of time because of that incident, being forced on the grass. Sam getting another 3-second penalty. And now we have Alex right behind Dopeyman, not a place to overtake, so he might just try the very quick exit. Cuts the corner, getting a 3-second time penalty actually. But he still has some speed, might try to dive on the inside of Dopeyman. No, he probably doesn't. So remaining in P7. It's very close between Daly and Liam, but it's not close enough to get past. And Poop Cannon is losing a bit of time to Liam now. But he's also losing time to Jari, so he's still in P2, but might not be for long. I don't know if people still need to pit because the laps are a bit glitched, but yeah. Now, Liam doesn't have DRS on Poop Cannon, so this probably will be the move by a Daly on the inside of Liam. And he does get past. Now Daly is up to P3 on the podium position, so he's doing very well. I think he had a bit of an incident, and now he's back on the podium, so it's a great job by him. Let's see if he can make a gap from Magic Poop Cannon now as he goes wide, hitting no damage luckily for Liam, but yeah, Liam hit the inside of a Daly. The Daly went a bit wide, but he's still in P3, so great job by him getting past. As Cassell's closing back up to Liam now, as Liam also hits the grass. 10 more laps to go in this Australian Grand Prix. Yeah, I think it's a lost battle for P2 as Poop Cannon is pretty far ahead of a Daly. But a Daly still has a chance to get past. So you never know, he might move up to P2. But I think Jerry has secured this win, unless he makes some kind of mistake. But looking good for him right now. Cassell now also very close to Liam again in the DRS. Brandon sets the fastest lap of the race, so 1:24.8. That's a very good time by him, closing up to Alex of course then. This is a pretty good place to try the overtake. Oh no, I thought it was another part of the track, but yeah, I think it's just waiting for the DRS because Dopeyman doesn't have any DRS and he is closing up once again. As Brennan gets a 3-second time penalty, so maybe he's pushing a bit too much to get the fastest lap, but he does have it so right now, so he should just stay calm and gain some time to Alex. Cassell getting a 3-second time penalty for having multiple warnings. And now I remember Jari got a 3-second time penalty, and Poop Cannon I don't remember him getting a penalty, so if he can remain in the 3 seconds he will get the win. I'm not sure, but I think he does. He does have DRS, it's very far though, and it's a very short stretch, so I don't think the move from Alex will be coming anytime soon. But it is the closest gap right now. Liam losing a bit of time to Adeli, and Adeli losing a bit of time to Pukanal, I think, so yeah. It's just Alex and Dopey Man in the battle for P6. Dopey Man now winning some time to Alex, so it's looking very good for him to remain in P6, but he hits grass, probably losing a bit of time again, but no, he's now outside of the DRS. So Dopey Man might pull away off Alex now to remain in P6. Daly almost, oh, that's a yellow flag, and that's Jordan. No damage for him, luckily. I think he just had issues with traction, so he's new to traction disabled. So he probably had some kind of moment, but he's still on track without any damage, so that's good to see. Alex is in the pit, so he might pit for softs, or he has damage, I don't know. We shall see. No damage for Alex, so he's just pitting for fresh softs. Maybe trying to claim the fastest lap as he was losing some time to Dopey and Brennan getting past him actually. And Alex leaves the pits right ahead of PJ. PJ might try to move with a very quick exit. As Sam retires, and I know exactly where and how, fast right-hander in sector 2 of course, losing it, but here is PJ might try on around the outside of Alex. Alex breaks very late as well, so yeah. Now here we have him, yeah, there he is. Sam on the right of the track. And don't think that triggered a safety car, so that's very good for the race leader. And Jordan enters the pits for fresh soft, so yeah. He is in the top 10, so he is able to try the fastest lap, but Alex is also trying it, and he took pole actually, so yeah. Now a daily in the DRS zone of Pukanal, so he might still be able to get to P2. Joey getting a 2-second time penalty once again, and he's in the race lead. Now let's actually check if Poopcannon has any penalties, and he does have one penalty, but Joey has 6 seconds of penalty, so yeah, he is 3 seconds ahead of Poopcannon right now though. And then I just see Joey getting another penalty. I swear if he did, he has 2 penalties now. Okay, the notification just popped up twice, I think. About 7 more laps to go till the end of the race. Adeli now very close to Poopcannon. Poopcannon with a very great exit though, so I don't think Adeli will be able to get past yet, but he's very close, so he's indeed in the battle for P2, maybe even P1 if he doesn't have any penalties. Let's see if Adeli has penalties, because that will be very important. He does have a penalty, okay. So they both have 1 second of a penalty, and Jari has 1 3-second penalty, and Jari has 2 3-second penalties. So if Adeli is able to get past Poopcannon, he will need to close up by 4 tenths to Jari to get the race win. As Alex sets the fastest lap at 124.3, great lap by him. Adeli now very close. this is of course a very difficult place to try the overtake. But the exit over here will give you DRS, but he has a bit of a moment and I don't think he's close enough to try to move over here, but he is closing up with the DRS of course, so he might be close enough to try the overtake on the start-finish straight. That's a very short straight as well, but you never know what he can do. Now here we go. Buchanan has very great exits over here. But it might be... Yeah, I think Buchanan still keeps P2. And Buchanan is also not closing up to Jerry. Oh, and Adeli gets past Buchanan. I think he didn't have a bit of a moment, but I just totally forgot that the second DRS straight over here. So Adeli is now ahead of Buchanan. Let's see if he can make a gap. Of course, Adeli's on the old mediums, but Buchanan is on the old hard. So Adeli might have a bit more speed than Buchanan, so he might be able to close up to Jerry. Let's see if that's the case. Ooh, Magic Buchanan almost losing it. So yeah, Adeli maybe already outside of the DRS. No, he is still inside of the DRS zone. Yeah, Adeli is closing up. He closed up by a tenth already since the overtake. They will be very close. There's only 5 more laps to go. Almost 4. Yeah, not closing up actually with Adeli. Now losing 2 tenths since I said he was gaining time. So Jerry is looking good enough, I think. So let's just hope he doesn't get another penalty, because that will just make him lose his race lead. He's leading by 3, almost 4 seconds, so he's doing very well. As Cassell is very close to Liam actually. I don't know where that came from, but he is in the battle for P4 with him. And that's of course a very good amount of points, that position. Oh, yellow flags, and that's Jordan retiring. And yeah, he lost it. He lost it in sector 2, and that's a virtual safety car. I think that does help Jerry out, unless someone gets a drive-through penalty, of course. So yeah, that's a virtual safety car caused by Jordan crashing out. Very close till the end, so that's very unlucky. But he might have just got on board as well. He had a very big gap to PJ. Now we'll just have to keep an eye on the restart from Cassell and Liam, of course, because they're the only guys really close enough to try the overtake after the restart. Oh, 20-second time penalty for Brandon for speeding on a virtual safety car. That's a load of seconds, so he will be maybe dropping down to the back of the grid. 20 seconds seems a bit too hard, because he probably gained like a second, or maybe less, maybe a tenth, but yeah. Alright, that's a 20-second time penalty for Brandon. And Liam won some time on the restart. 3 more laps to go. Yeah, Cassell lost a lot of time to Liam. Now it's all very big gaps, and Jari won also Won a bit of time. Yeah, he won a bit of time to a daily. Now let's check the penalties once again. Still two time penalties for Jari. Still one for Poop Cannon. Now Liam, is he? Oh, he also has a penalty. Cassell also with a penalty. Dopeyman as well. Brandon, yeah, of course with the 20 seconds. Alex with a penalty, and PJ also with a penalty. So everyone in the everyone who's still in the race has a penalty. Alex now with another 3-second penalty. So yeah, penalties might change it up a bit, but the gaps aren't that close, I think. So, but yeah, you never know. Jari on his way to finish the race. One more lap to go after this one. Very consistent throughout the entire race. Lost the position to Poop Cannon in the pits, but he gained it back and just managed to get a huge gap to him. So yeah, driver of the day in my opinion. Let's see the positions gained actually. Yeah, he gained 2 positions, a daily 2 as well. Liam 7, so he might be also contender for driver of the day in my opinion. Brennan as well, but he has 20 seconds of penalties. And yeah, the end with Hayward losing 8 positions because of the DNF. Yeah, there's a load of DNFs in this race. There's a total of 5 DNFs. There's 6 actually, never mind. Now the one-stop strategy, obviously being the fastest one, I think, during this race. So yeah. Cassell once again very close to Liam. Dopeyman with a 3-second time penalty, and he's in P6. A bit of a lock-up from Cassell. Doesn't lose time to Liam, I think, so that's nice. Dopeyman also closing up to them, I think it looks like it, but here, let's see if Cassell can try the overtake after the restart. The exit. It's very quick, but maybe drive on the inside. No, he doesn't. But he has a lot of speed now on the inside of Liam. Let's see if he can make it stick. And he does. Cassell moving up to P4. Great overtake by him. Might be able to make a big gap as he locks up. And this was actually the final lap of the race, as Jari gets the win. Daly in P2, Buchanan in P3, Cassell, will he stay in P4? He doesn't. P4 is for Liam. Dopeyman in P6, Brennan in the pits, I think to serve a penalty, drive through. Yeah, he is serving a drive-through penalty, very unfortunate. Alex in P7, and PJ finishing the race in P8. So yeah, that was the Australian preseason race. Liam, driver of the day, winning 7th position, so he's done very well to gain those positions, of course. And here we have the winner in the AlphaTauri. Now, what happened to Poop Cannon? Did I just totally miss something? A daily got past Poop Cannon. Wait, yeah, oh no, never mind. I just had a brain fart. I thought he didn't get past him. Yeah, of course. Okay, let's run through the final standings. Jari in P1, a daily P2. Then we've mentioned Poop Cannon, Liam, Cassell, Dopeyman, Alex, PJ, Brennan, and the rest of the retirements of the race are Jordan, Sam, Kelvin, Jack, and Hayward. Now this was the race. Next week we'll be here for France, the final preseason race, and then we will start in Austria. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. I will see you next week in France. Have a good night.